Hello, I am the messenger. I have no face, no identity, no history. I am here to give you a message about socialism. Are you afraid of it? Do you even know what it is? Margaret Thatcher famously said, "The trouble with socialism is that eventually you run out of other people's money." But few who use that quote know she also said, the principle of adequate healthcare should be provided for all, regardless of ability to pay, must be the function of any arrangements for financing the National Health Service. The NHS being the United Kingdom's government-run healthcare system. Does this make Thatcher and her Conservative Party, which continued to fund such a system, socialist? What degree of government involvement is permissible until one becomes a socialist? In 1952, United States President Harry S. Truman said this.
Socialism is a scare word they have hurled at every advance the people have made in the last 20 years. Socialism is what they called public power. Socialism is what they called Social Security. Socialism is what they called farm price supports. Socialism is what they called bank deposit insurance. Socialism is what they called the growth of free and independent labor organizations. Socialism is their name for almost anything that helps all the people.
Karl Marx, the originator of socialism, was fairly explicit in its meaning. Total control of the means of production by the government. No private enterprise, no profiteering, no individual wealth generation. So how do people get from that to this idea that anything that provides a safety net and greater opportunities for society as a whole equates to socialism? We must recognize it is in the best interest of those in the higher echelons of society to keep people afraid of what they do not understand, afraid in order to continue keeping them voting against any change that hurts their bottom line, even if only slightly. Since as a great many do not really understand socialism, it allows these interests to manufacture the definition, so it encompasses even a marginal increase in government responsibility. Despite many nations around the world already having integrated such increases into a still thriving capitalist market. Many at the top, in countries that have not yet done so, have spent a lot of money to keep people afraid of such changes. So they can continue to reap the profits from people they have convinced to pay premiums for essential services like healthcare, education, housing, and others. Socialism has become the villain in a story it was never even in, while the real villains profit on people's misery, spending millions to indoctrinate the masses into continuing to vote against their interests. And they do. Then the masses turn around and wonder why nothing ever gets better. Housing is still too expensive. Healthcare is unaffordable. Education is untenable. All because of a fear of a word they do not understand and have been programmed not to. It's time to break that programming. Remember this, the government does not need to own the means of production to improve the quality of life for its citizens. Doing so is not socialism, in fact it is the opposite. When the government is able to relieve pressure on people who are surviving paycheck to paycheck, it means they are freer to save, invest more in the economy, and the improvement of their situation. This means they can earn more capital, which, as mentioned in the companion video to this one, is capitalism's primary goal. See link in the description for that video on capitalism. This is why rich countries with stronger safety nets have a much higher quality of life than rich countries who value rugged individualism. Something to think about. This has been another message. Thank you and have a great day.